Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining today. Oh, people are still joining, so let's just get everybody in. Someone give me a thumbs up to make sure I'm not on mute, please. Thank you very much. Always good. Welcome to today's Ticket Training Tuesday. Fantastic to be presenting. Fantastic to see a bunch of you here. We're on episode 19, which means it is the penultimate episode in the season, which means it's going to be a good one. And it means that next week's going to be even better. So as everyone else just joins, let's get rolling. So today we are looking at the top tips for success. So you guys all know the format by now. We are here, it's Tuesday. We are here to do some training, and the training is going to be around Tikit. So we've ticked all those boxes. Today's agenda. Well, I like doing welcomes, but we've sort of already done it. I might do another one in a minute. As always, we're being recorded. As always, you're welcome to participate in any way that Teams allows you. Please use the chat. Please use the thumbs up. Please raise your hand. Please come off mute and speak up. Interrupt me. Please come on camera and say hi to everyone. All these things are acceptable. So yes, please participate, but it is being recorded and will be on YouTube later. Speaking of which, if you haven't watched all previous 18 episodes, then first of all, I am going to forgive you, but only if you go back and watch them. So I'm just going to, in fact, I'm going to ask a colleague to grab the link to the KB article with all the previous episodes, and you can go back and watch them all, and then I won't be cross with you. Then next on the agenda, we're going to do top tips, and then just because it's amazing, we're going to do it again. My agenda is looking a bit light, so I just thought I'd put that in twice. And as always, we will have time for questions. So if you've got questions, you can ask them throughout, as I said, but we'll make time at the end just in case as well. Thank you, Justin. My last slide of fluffy stuff. I'm not talking about my hair. Hopefully, I'm looking at the list of names. I don't think I do know everybody here. So I'm Jeff. Great to meet you all. Part of the customer success team here at Saracen, and we love customers. We love helping customers. We love talking to customers. We love meeting with customers. And we love making customers successful. And that's what we're all about in the customer success team. So that is why for today's session, we are looking at 5 top tips for success with Tikit.
According to Jeff.
Yeah. So I wonder who will agree with me. Well, here they are. I'm going to get straight in there. Here are my 5 top tips. End the session. We're done. No, we'll go through these, and I've got a little bit more detail to call out on each one as well. So first of all, knowledge is power. Get some extra intelligence in your life. Let's remember, people, we're all in this together. Whether that's, group therapy or High School Musical vibes, whatever works for you. You can ask for help when needed. That's a top tip. And finally, you want to be successful? Bring on the power. So what am I on about? As my team asks me most internal meetings, what am I on about? Well, first of all, as I say, knowledge is power. What does that mean? That means make use of our knowledge base and our YouTube channel. If you're not already using that, then you're missing out. There's really great content. We don't make it because we love writing documentation or making videos. We make it because we want you to be empowered with our tools. We want to give away all of our secrets, and we want you, our customers, to be empowered, to have that knowledge to work with Tikit. So they look like this. I'm going to put both the links in the chat for you. So it's all available. Where is the chat box? Here we are. A lot of links today, so sorry, it's a little bit death by links. So yes, that's the link to the KB homepage and the YouTube channel. Check them both out, whether you like reading stuff or watching stuff, and probably like a combination like most people, and you can flick between the two, but every single part of Tikit is kind of covered across those two. And if you're not sure on how to get something working, if you're sort of fiddling around, you're not sure what's possible, then check both those places out. And I'm sure there's documentation on how to do it. Okay, well, we're rolling through. So top tip number 2, get some extra intelligence. What does that look like in a modern Tikit? It is deployed in the form of an Azure OpenAI instance. You can deploy an Azure OpenAI instance into your tenant, which means you maintain control of it and full control of what it does and what knowledge it has. And then you can connect that to Tikit to bring further intelligence, generative AI to your requesters through the virtual agent. There are 2 sort of barriers to this functionality that I just want to acknowledge and recognize, because I know they can be challenging for some. First one is that it's a little bit difficult to configure. There's a few moving parts. If you're not familiar with, Azure Portal and Azure Resources, there's going to be some sort of learning and understanding of what that all means and how to deploy that. We have recently rebuilt our documentation around this, and it includes the lovely big blue deploy to Azure button. So again, here's another link to that article. And it's called one-click deploy, and with one click and a little bit more filling in of settings, you can deploy all that into your tenant. So it's a lot easier than it used to be with all the manual steps. The old article is still there. If you prefer to go manual, you can find that one too. It's linked from this one. But yeah, if you want to just get it done, then that's going to make life a lot easier for you. The second barrier, is still there, will always be there for some, is cost. Again, I want to just acknowledge that it is an additional cost to use this. That's because it's an additional Microsoft subscription. It's not additional cost for us, but it does require additional subscription to Microsoft to pay for those services. So that counts to be a barrier. It's covered in that article as well. So if you want to find out more about that, it's in that article. Give you an approximation. It's very hard to give an exact figure because everyone's got different Microsoft agreements. And of course, this is AI pricing. So the cost depends on whatever number Microsoft are thinking of at that given moment. What does it mean? Well, it looks a little bit like this. You can have your end users ask Tikit Virtual Agent any question. If it can't find it in your service catalog, if it can't find a knowledge response or a template response in your service catalog, then it will go and ask that question to the Azure OpenAI service. Think Copilot, think ChatGPT, but it's baked right into Microsoft. But unlike those 2 other words I just mentioned, you've got very, very tight control over what it will do, including its knowledge. So in this case, we fed it an IT handbook PDF document, and it's found the answer about the remote access policy within that. It's not going to just search the whole internet. It's not going to search the whole of your SharePoint and find a file it shouldn't. it's very controlled. So it gives you that ability to be very controlled over what gets returned back to your end users. And that's what's going on here. All right, let's keep rolling. My third top tip. We're all in this together. And what that looks like in Saracen and has done for many years, coming up 10 years, is the Saracen community. It is, I'm going to jump straight to the screenshot and grab the link for you as well. We, as I said at the start of this call, and I'll say it probably a few more times towards the end, we love helping our customers and talking to them, but we also acknowledge that as a community, as a customer base as a whole, there's an awful lot of knowledge out there. And although we work with Tikit and these products every day internally, sometimes we've not done that exact scenario that you might be facing, or we've not solved that exact challenge that you're trying to solve. But somebody else out there will have, amongst our vast customer base across many different industries, different countries. So make use of the Saracen community. You do need to register, but it's just free. Just literally sign up with your email and a password, and then you can ask questions, create discussions, reply to other people's. I'm sure you all know the drill. You've all seen these sort of things before. And it's just a great way to share knowledge, be a community, work as one. I think that's something that we see a lot in IT is this kind of community-minded aspect. And yeah, it's a great thing to be able to give and receive. You may one day be asking a question that you don't know the answer to, and someone else helps you out. But next week, someone asks a question that you only figured out last week, and you can help them out. So it's a really good opportunity to come together. So make use of that as well. There's some content there, but it's really waiting for more questions, more discussions. Let's get rolling with the community.
I was just gonna say too, another thing that's in there
Oh
that's
yeah, please jump in.
valuable is announcements. So like new features, etc. When those come out, they go multiple places, but community is one of those. So it's worthwhile to check it to see what's going on with us. Like if we're again releasing features or whatever, they're announced there.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. Great point. Absolutely correct. If you want to stay in the loop, it's a good place to go. All right. How are we doing for time? We're doing great. My number 4 top tip: ask for help when needed. No need to suffer in silence. No need to suffer alone. We've got the community, as we said, but we've also got Saracen Help and Saracen Customer Success Managers. We are here to help you. The whole of the customer success team exists for that purpose. So ask for help when needed. You are very welcome to do that. There are many ways to get in touch. So let me give you some just for a treat. More links. Well, technically an email address and a link. There we go. So you can email us, help@saracen.com. You can go to the help portal, help.saracen.com. Again, you'll need to register for it. That's a little theme that's occurring here. If you haven't already, and then that you can log a ticket, you can see your existing tickets, you can update those all through there. You can also see your colleagues' tickets. So as an organization, you can see each other's through the help portal and check in on each other's. Maybe a little bit better than email where it's sort of tied to somebody's inbox. We've also got the chatbot on most of our sites. So down in the bottom right corner of our website, but also the community and the knowledge base. And I think the help portal you will see the chatbot, and there's IT Monkey standing by, ready to help you. Although actually, I will just give credit to the whole team because it's not IT Monkey. It is the team. There's no chat bot, if you like. It's all humans behind that. So yeah, ask for help. It's the same team you get to, whether you're doing any of those three options, sending an email, logging a ticket through the portal, or using the bot. So whatever you prefer, we are here for that. So yeah, if you need help, whether it be I'm struggling to configure something, or is this even possible? Or I would like to, find out more about this. Whatever it might be, we are here to help you with that. And the fourth bullet point on this slide is Customer Success Manager. If you are on the ITSM plan, which again, I'm looking down the list of names here, I think most, if not all of you, trying to remember really, on our ITSM plan, our top plan, and most of our customers are, then you have access to your Customer Success Manager. If you don't know who that is, then you can just email help and ask that question. That Customer Success Manager is here to ensure you have everything you need to be successful, to make sure that the product is aligned to your business objectives in order that you can meet your goals. So that will involve maybe some technical sessions to get things configured. It might mean some more kind of process-based back and forth and help us understand how best to achieve this, or we're struggling with this way of doing things. What else can we do? All that can be achieved through your Customer Success Manager. So again, if you don't know who that is, if you don't know how to get in touch with them, then just log us a ticket and we'll get back to you. If you would like to find out more about that, if you're not on the ITSM plan, but you want to look into that, then again, just get in touch. We will get you in the right direction. For any kind of urgent issues, I just need to say this, for any kind of urgent issues or even just troubleshooting, please just go through the help channels, because we've got the whole team there. They're likely to get you a quicker answer, but you can use your Customer Success Manager if you're looking for a less urgent, more strategic kind of conversation. That's what that's for. And I'm sure, hopefully you do know who that is, 'cause I'm sure they're checking in with you once every quarter or so anyway. Okay, so yes, make sure you ask for help when you need it. We are here for you in all these different ways. All right. The final top tip for success with Tikit, according to Jeff, is to bring on the power. And what does this mean in the context of Tikit? Of course, it means, oh, I've clicked too soon. Maybe I didn't. It means Power BI and Power Automate. We have two very, if you pardon the pun, powerful integrations to these two Microsoft tools. These both do things very, very well. Both of these things, Power BI, just to be very kind of clear, because Power BI is a dashboarding and reporting tool. Power Automate, I think that one's a bit more obvious. It's an automation tool as part of the M365 technology stack. And both these concepts have native functionality within Tikit. There's reporting, there is automation, and those are great. But if you really want to ramp up and bring on the power and take it to the next level, then you can leverage both these tools, leverage our native integrations to these tools in order to do so. And I think, Justin, seeing as you already interrupted me once, I'm going to call on you to maybe talk to a couple of screenshots.
Yeah, so this is the first page of our template that we have available for Power BI. I'm just going to say too, Power BI Desktop is absolutely free from Microsoft. All of you are likely to have a 365 subscription or you wouldn't be here. And Power BI Desktop, at least, is part of what's available with Microsoft 365. So you can actually get this exact dashboard from through Power BI via our template that we've created pointing at the ticket data. We have a KB article on that as well.
Mhm.
But you can also dig deeper and pull out your own metrics. If there's something that's not in this template, Power BI is very easy to kind of drag and drop through the data and visualize what you're looking for. One thing that I've been doing the last few weeks is highlighting tickets by source. Um, that's not something that's available to visualize inside of web.ticket.ai. It's also not available out of the box on this template, but it's very easy to click on ticket source and like ID, for example, and summarize tickets by source, get a count by source, whether that's email or Teams or the web,
Mm.
and kind of help you understand where your tickets are coming from if you need to make a decision on that. It's very nice to be able to see that and all the other metrics that are available on this template. Power BI is super easy to just, like I said, add a new chart, click on a couple of data points, filter the data, whatever. It's very, very easy to click and drag. And our template as a foundation of that makes it even that much easier because all of the data is there. It's joined all up with all the like the user information and the list values like category and status and all of that. It's all flat, so you can slice and dice it any way you like. Power BI for the win.
All
And then the
right.
next one is Power Automate. Again, like Jeff said, to pardon the pun, powerful automation. When you're automating within the context of Ticket, if you use the out-of-box automation that comes in Ticket, you can you're constrained to the ticket and the properties of the ticket. And then if you need to do anything beyond that, you can go to Power Automate for things like user metadata. For example, if you want to automate based on their city or you want to automate based on their department or something like that, you can do that within the context of Power Automate. If you need to automate or visualize things that they're submitting on a ticket. For example, in this screenshot, you can see we have parse card answer JSON, that third action. That means that we're taking what the user selected in the form, the template, when they were submitting the ticket. And yes, thank you. And then further down in that switch, they in this particular example, they've selected a department because they're onboarding a new user, and that user is going to belong to a new department. And then this example, we're switching on whatever option was selected and adding the user to the appropriate team that correlates with the drop down that they selected from. So again, we can do all sorts of crazy stuff in Power Automate, including again Teams assignment. We can do user creation. Anything that Power Automate can do can kind of integrate into Ticket via Power Automate. Very powerful. Power.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad you explained that because you did a better job than I would have. Thank you very much, Justin. Yeah, nothing else for me to add on that one. But let me just jump back to this slide so we can kind of just wrap up. My 5 top tips to be successful with Ticket to make sure you're achieving your company's goals around service management is knowledge is power. Make use of RKB and YouTube. Got some really great content out there for you to learn. If you're looking for extra intelligence, then check out the Azure OpenAI integration to bring that next level of AI into your experience. Let's join together. Let's all check out the Sarazin community where we can collaborate and help each other out. We are here to help you when needed, so ask for help. Please don't struggle. If there's something that's not making sense, you're not trying to do it, you just need to get it done, then we are here to help you. So please get in touch. And finally, bring on the power. You want to take your kind of whole process and set up to the next level, check out both those tools, Power BI and Power Automate. All right, well, that nicely, with a few minutes to go, wraps us up. I will just jump to this final slide to pause for questions. If you don't want to ask it in the kind of public forum, that's fine. As always, as I said many times, we're here to help. Email us help@horizon.com. But I'm just going to give space for 30 seconds for anyone to come off mute or go in the chat, ask a question, and then we'll end the session. If you're done and you don't have any questions and you're going to drop, then I'll say thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate everyone's participation, and we'll see you next week for the season finale.